Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kila Alo and this is my amazing dope YouTube channel. Thank you for clicking the link and joining me in this video. I truly appreciate you and wanna say thank you. So today I want to do makeup. If you watched my previous video, I went out for some shopping. You know, I love shopping. It's my hobby actually. Anyway, I went for shopping and I also went for cosmetic shopping. So I bought stuff. Most of this stuff that I bought, I saw on TikTok. Like it was TikTok inspired. Like people are raving about it. So I bought some of the items. Some I couldn't get in Sephora, but I bought what I got. And I'm also glad I didn't get some stuff because damn, I got to keep some of my coins and spend it somewhere else. And yeah, I'm going to start the video. Today's video is not about the only thing I bought. I want to talk about online dating. I know some of you or most of you are looking for lovers or partners or I don't know, whatever you're looking for. And nowadays people go online, or it's easier to do it online because it saves a lot of time. It also saves a lot of energy and feelings. So I want to talk about things you can learn from online dating, things you can avoid, because let me just tell you, I've been there and you really need to know some of the things because it can be so hopeless if you are not a person who is strong-willed. So I'm going to talk from my experience and also from experience of people I know that have gone through whatever I'm going to share. It's not a bad thing. Actually, I would totally recommend. But you also have to go there with your eyes open or else you will suffer the consequences. So subscribe. And also tell a friend to tell a friend. I love you guys. So the drink of today, I want to do my makeup while I do the drinking. This is guava juice, apple juice, and some tequila. It's called Jonitos or Jonitos Reposado. You see, it's almost over and I'm the only one who drinks in this house, so I like it. More for me. Actually, I didn't even know there was guava juice in our village. We have a lot of guavas, a lot of it, but no one is making juice out of guavas. Like how? I didn't even know until I came here. I never saw guava juice in Kenya, and then here I am. They don't even have guavas, or rather I've not even seen. So they're importing from somewhere and they have guava juice. And in Kenya, where there are a lot of guava, we don't make juice. We should do something about that. Imagine. Let's start the video. Bra of the day is La Senza. I love the details. I also love this dress. I wanted something easy, not clingy, not so clingy. Yeah, so let's start. I'm going to prep my eyebrows using this Anastasia Beverly Hills and use CoverGirl to prep. So I joined online dating long time ago, before even Bianca was born. There was this I don't know if it's still there. It's called Tagged. Yeah, Tagged. Anyway, for me, I joined as like a pen pal. Like I thought it was, you know, those pen pal things, friends, like people who used to have friends from different countries. So when I heard of Tagged, I think I had it, I don't know if it was for my sister or who, but for me, I just thought of it as it was like a pen pal thing to find like your person, your friend, like a friend or something. So, and I really didn't know a lot about it. I just joined. It was fun, and I found friends. Like there's a guy I found there. I introduced him to Facebook, and I was his first Facebook friend. He didn't even know what Facebook was. He was from those Indias or Arabic countries. I can't remember. He's still my friend, but I don't know where he's from. I can't remember. I'll just check. Anyway, so for me, I went there like to find a friend, and I found some, but eventually I just got tired of the tagged thing or the online thing, and I stopped doing it. So fast forward to a few years later, after I came from a relationship and it didn't work, and boom, I started online dating, and immediately I joined. Like in 2 weeks I found someone who wanted a relationship, and I was like, yeah, am I not the luckiest? Very loving. I was like, wow. That is where my real experience with online dating started. Just a few weeks, like 2 weeks after I'd come from a very horrible relationship. And you know what they say? A good way to get over a man is to get under another one. That is a bad advice. Wendy William always says that. But if it works for you, why not? So that's what I did. I met him, and he was a man from France. Like, it was a very lovely experience. You know, a relationship, the way you always say, oh, I moved on, and then you're finding someone who is better, and like in so many ways. But it didn't work anyway. Yeah. The reason it didn't work is because of priorities. What he wanted and what I wanted were totally different, and it could not work. He actually didn't want kids, and also he was okay with me having a kid because I had Bianca, but he would prefer if we stayed together without kid. Like, he also had a kid back in France, but the kid was staying with the mom. So for him, he was an investor and a tourist. So he was investing and touring countries, and he had chosen to stay in Uganda because he said he loved Uganda. Most people love the African countries because of the weather and the people. People are nice in Africa. So that is why it didn't work. I'm going to use this MAC Cosmetic to do my upper eyebrow because I want the shade to be of my skin. So after that relationship, I actually got so much hope. Like, you know, you are like, oh, there are people who might just want like a serious thing, you know. Or maybe the reason a relationship doesn't work is not because of it was toxic, or it was like it's someone just telling you, me, I want this and I want this and this and this, and you're like, me, I can't deal with this, you know. It's like someone who knows what they want, and you're like, okay, or can I deal with this thing? Can't deal with this, then you move on. And also the other party or the other person is like, oh, can I deal with this? If I can't, you move on. So for me, my issue at that point, I was not thinking about another kid, but I was thinking about Bianca. I needed to stay with my child. So after a few months, we parted ways. It didn't last that long, but I kind of loved the first experience. Like, my first experience after getting into a long-term relationship, it was that, and I was so hopeful. I was just like, if it's like this out there, then there's hope. So I joined more online dating sites. I got to meet several people with different agendas. Some were good, some were bad, many were bad. And it wasn't working. So I'm here to teach you from experience, and also I also introduce my friend to some of the online datings, and also just people who ask me, I just introduce them, and for some it worked. Like, someone, I introduced them, and in a month the guy was coming from Switzerland to come and meet this lady, and they are still together, and I'm the one who introduced them. I was like, me, I've been here for like how many years? And this lady just joined, and she's just getting a person, like a good person. Anyways, factors to consider when embarking into online dating. You have to be chatting with someone to know someone's agenda and someone's intentions when they are coming to chat with you. Most of these online things, you have to sign up and pay. You pay for you to access more features. Like some site, you can just get in there you pay, but if you don't pay, you can just still see people. You can like, and then someone will know that you like, but you can't chat. You can't send a message because you have now to pay for you to be able to chat, or one of you has to pay. Sometimes some app is both of you have to be able to pay, but in some only one has to pay. So I had already moisturized my face, did the primer thing. So I want to go in with the foundation. I want to do foundation, and the foundation that I bought is called KVD. I'm telling you, the way it was psyched on TikTok, every day or every hour I went on TikTok, people were like praising it. And if many people, like more than 100,000 people are praising it, it means that it's really good, because I'm sure she can't pay all those people for marketing. So the foundation is called KVD, and it's a vegan beauty. So it is vegan. It's called Good Apple Skin Perfecting Foundation Balm, and it's in, I bought it in Deep 86. So let's try it. We can decide if we like it or not. I'm going to use this brush. So back to online dating. So you have to really know. Oh my god, I love it. Actually love it. I've tried it and I really like it. It is $51 Canadian dollars. It's 38 US dollars, 3,800 Kenya shillings. Now see, I love it. So if you're in this site, like where you get to meet people from different type of the world, mostly if they're white, you also have to make sure they are not racist, because some people are just racist, and because they don't know where to put their anger with life, they decide, oh, let me just get a black girl. You find most of the racist people, they just want to know, oh, does this happen? There's a person I know that was asked by one of their boyfriends, like their boyfriend was introducing them to their children, and the children were asking the dad if even the private parts are also dark, or black. So the kids, the dad, to even have the audacity to ask the lady, it just shows that they are just underground racist. They don't know, but they are. Because some people hide racism in so many things. So I just told that person, that guy, you just have to be, you just have to be careful, because you don't know what they'll ask next. So this is how the foundation is. The next thing you also have to consider when you're doing online stuff is to be sure if you can handle the distance or the long distance relationship, if you can handle that, because that is one of the one of the top 10 reasons why people don't pursue it for longer. Someone is in another country and you're in another country, and people have their own issues, no matter who they are. Everything is going well, but when will I see you? You are tired of waiting. You go to clubs, or you go to restaurants, or eat out, and you see people with their persons, and you also have to wait until you go home to talk to your person. And sometimes also the time zone, the person you are talking to is in a different time zone. So can you handle long distance relationship, and for how long? Someone can tell you. Some people, like for me, most of the people I met, they'll be like, I'll try and come in 3 months. So my dear, you're hopeful. You're like, 3 months, this month is going to be here. So in those 3 months, you have already made a relationship, you talk every day, you do blah blah blah, and now you feel like you're comfortable with that person. I can tell this person this and this and this, but that person was just buying time, so that maybe within these 3 months he can get some things out of you, that maybe ask you for stuff, like personal things that you feel are private, and you just feel like, oh, he'll be here in 2 months. Maybe you've already chatted in a month, and you're like, he'll be here in 2 months, or he'll be here in 1 month. Oh, so he's coming here for me, or she's coming here for me. because sometimes it's also ladies. Whoever is coming to the other person, it doesn't have to be the man. So you're like, you feel comfortable to do stuff like lover stuff or couple stuff or things that people who are in love are doing. And then in 3 months, most of the men, let me just say, most of the men always forget what they said. So in 3 months, you're like, oh, when are you coming? Oh, have you booked your... My dear, he has no plans to come to you. So you have to deal with that. When you're going into the online thing, are you ready to go through that? To wait? I bought NARS concealer, and I bought this first, the CoverGirl, a few days somewhere else, not in Sephora. And I didn't like it at first, so I decided to buy another concealer, and I bought this one, the NARS one. And after I bought it, I tried the other CoverGirl, and it's not bad. I just left it for long to dry, and it caused an issue. I'm going to use this to contour my face. I don't know how it will come out. Also with online dating, remember that some of the people are out of the country. So for you to meet them, like if you're doing online dating or online dating, and most of these people are out of the country. So for you to meet them, you need visas. But for them to meet you, they don't need visas. So who's going to who first? That one also you should consider. If he can afford to come, or you can afford to pay for your visa and the flight. There's a guy I went to meet, and he was working he was French but working in Sudan. In Sudan, the visa is not so expensive. It's like $50. So you can go there. Sometimes you can look for a visa. Like if you're going to other countries like maybe America or Netherlands or Italy, they don't give you visa that easily. For you to get visa, you have to part with a lot of things. Your bank statement, you have to show them that you can really sustain yourself in the other country. You have to pay a lot of money for visa. You have to show that you have already booked for your trip. You have to show that you have already booked for your flight, or you can buy your own flight. Not the person you're going to, but you yourself, you can. And also you have to show that the person that is going to host you has money. Like if you stay in the African country, it's much harder to go to the other countries because there are a lot of things that you have to show. So you also have to put that in mind. If he's the first thing I think, if you're doing the online thing, is ask that person if he can pay for his visa or yours, or if he can come to your country, if he's in a country that is not your country. But if you're in the same countries, then you're good. You don't even have to worry about long distance because he's there. What more do you need? You also have to be careful about the people who lie. There are people who come to meet Black women with intention of experience, to just know how it is, to just have the experience. They're not racist, but they just like have a different perception of dating Black women. So me, I'm talking in terms of I was in those interracial dating sites. So I'm talking if you're in the interracial dating site. So some people just come to date Black women, to have an experience with Black women. Let me just say this. People on online, mostly men, and I'm talking about Caucasian men, are weird. Let me just say, with all due respect, most of the people have fetish. They want different things. Like you can find a man and it's not like from a specific country. Like most of them, even from experiences with my friends and what, they ask you for the most ridiculous thing you can ever imagine someone asking you. Like someone is asking you for your feet pictures. They just want your feet. They don't want to see your face. They don't want to see anything. They just want to see your feet. Some wants to see just your boobs. Some wants to see your face. Some wants you to call them by different names. Like you play roles. Some wants you to be there. Like they want dominatrix kind of lady. They want that. They want a lady or a woman who commands them to do this, do that. Sometimes it's sexual, sometimes it's all the way, like the way they say that women from this type of community are like this, like maybe kichongum or something. There are some men who wants that. They want those people who tell them, do this, shout to them. I swear I'm not making this up. Like when you're talking, you command them, you scold them. They want some. On the other hand, also want you to be, they want to be there, like the higher one in the, they want to be masters. They want you to call them master. So you find weird people online. That one I can tell you for free. For me, I'm like, okay, at least they tell you. Now you know they're weird, so you know how to deal with it. But at first, if you're a first timer or you're new in online, you will see things you have just read. For me, I'd read because I like reading, so I read a lot. So I knew there were people like that. But also, I didn't know I'll meet people like that. They ask for crazy stuff that some are kind of funny. For me, I found some of these things funny, but also it depends with how you know, sometimes. And also you have to go there with an open mind. If you go there and you're like, oh, I'm like this and I'm like this, my friend, let me just tell you for free, you will not survive in that site, because people are weird. You find even people who do weird things, but nice weird things. They send you stuff. They want you to buy like maybe a specific kind of cloth, a specific kind of shoes. They send you money to buy all this. They want you to look this particular way when you're talking to them. Maybe it's sexy to them. Maybe for you, you don't feel it's sexy, but to them it's sexy. But to me, I'm like, as long as they're sending money, it's their loss anyway. In fact, maybe they give you enough to even have change. So if you're not an open person, don't do online dating. Just use your local people to find love. With all due respect. And also some people tell you to send them nudes. So, like you meet someone and they already just asking you for nudes. The second day you're talking, please don't send nudes, because you don't know the intention of someone, where they'll use it. And sometimes it's just mostly if it's a few days, you know, you just met a few days and already someone is asking for nudes. It is a red flag. Also, when you're chatting with someone and you know, during the conversation, you just see the things they let slide, you know. That is how you know if someone is violent, abusive. Some people might not be physical abusive, but emotional abusive. You have to figure that out. And then you find so many liars. The liars you find online. What? It makes sense to lie. You don't have to say everything that is true. You also have to lie, because until you meet that person and learn from your own point of view about that person is lying. Until proven innocent, he's guilty. So I'm using BH Cosmetics for my eyebrows. So if someone is asking you for nudes, it depends with who you are, how you were brought, or how you see life. If it's a few days, you know, like if it's a few days after you've met, it just means that this guy came here for nudes. So you just have to be careful. If they ask you for a nude and you don't want to send it, just don't send it. Or you can just ask for something else that you know, even them, they'll question, I just met you and you're asking for this thing. So what right does he have to ask you for nude and you just met, and you can't ask for that? So it's like a you counter attack. Yes, you ask for something that you also know. Not that you planned on asking, maybe you did, but also if this relationship is going down, you know, you also have to be part of it. You don't have to be like a victim all the time. You also counter attack. I also got this was free offer from Sephora. It's Laura Mercier. You also have to be careful with the information you're giving someone who you just met online or you met online. And like I remember there was a time I was dating another guy. So if you ignore red flags, they'll follow you later. You just have to know how to go about with it. I was given another free mascara. I have a mascara, but I was given this mascara by NARS. There are some people who wants to come to your country, but like for vacation, but they don't want to spend money for hotels or lodgings or whatever they place they want to go to sleep. So they use you. They have money for entertainment and blah 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 blah. But you know, if they can save that money for hotel, they'll just definitely use you. They sit talk you, you talk for a while, and then they're like, if you stay alone, why can't I just join you, girl, and we stay together? I'll take you out. We'll go to Masai Mara. Like if in Kenya, we go to Serengeti. So you just don't know that this guy had planned all these things. He's saving on accommodation, but you'll be going, and sometimes most of these places you have to go packs or a pack of this number. So he's still saving. And then when he goes back to his country, he doesn't want to see you again. Also, you find someone who you don't know, you accept them in your country, because there's an incident I heard of this lady. I bought Fenty Beauty first time. I've not even used it. OMG. And the mirror, so clean. Yeah. I was saying I heard of this incident where there's a lady who invited someone in her place, you know, the way you're taking accommodation. Maybe they say, I'll pay for your rent. I don't know. But anyway, she invited this guy out to her place, introduced her friends to him, blah, blah, blah. But this guy became so abusive, like physical abusive. It was a police case. I just read it. I don't know that person in person, but I just read it. And I remember she was trolled online because, you know, people also are mad that you're going to look for love somewhere else, and yet there's just love. There's also someone who wants love in your country. So people get so mad and they troll you. So you also have to be careful, because remember, you don't know this person. I know some people who have taken risk and it has worked, but I also know some people who have really suffered from the people they have known online. So you have to be very careful. I'm using Too Faced. Wow, I love like Sky broke it. This is new, not new. Sky broke this one. Those are the factors you need to consider when going online for dating and stuff. Just know you're going there. That guy is guilty of I don't know what until proven innocent, or she's guilty until you can prove otherwise. Before that, you handle with care. You move with caution. With the pandemic, this is the right time to do online dancing, because you know no one is going anywhere. This is the right time if you are looking for love. But first of all, online dating is, people will discourage you. For me, I just decided not to tell people my business, because even your friends, because even you see their point, but you also need someone. You see their intentions are not even bad, but you also know at the back of the mind you have also done the physical one, and the physical one is also not good. For me, the reason I loved online dating is because you know someone before you even meet them in person, so you can just block them. You know, if you meet someone who has done shit on the road or on the street, or who has done you bad, and you meet them, you're like, they can just spoil your day. But online, you just block and forget. Move next. You move to the next one. It is easy to really forget someone and move on. For me, that was the best part. You can actually really just move on. And in 1 month's time, you don't even remember that person's name, unless you are very much invested. Hi guys, I was editing my video and then I realized I did not put out this point, which is really important, especially if you have children or a child. Like if you decide to join online dating and you have kids, and you feel like people will now want you because you have kids. I think that is the most important thing to put out there, so that you know who is ready to be with you when you have a child or not. That is the most important, because if they don't want you when you have a child, they have done like 100% of the work for you. You just know they don't want you, and then they move on because of the choosing criteria where they see your profile and what you have. So if you have a child, you have to put it there so that later during the relationship, you just don't break this news that I have children or I have a child to the person whom you met online. So don't be embarrassed of your children. They are not baggages. In fact, they are the helping matter to know who you really want in your future, depending on how the relationship goes. But it is a really important point that I thought I should not have left out, because I know of people who had kids and they didn't want to put it out there because they feel like it is not boosting their points or boosting their profile in getting matches. And the best part is, most of the time, even the other part or the other person, if it's a man or a woman, mostly if it's men, they also have kids and they tell you. So why should your children or your child keep you from telling others about them? You should never leave out your child for any other reason, because it is good for the person to know what they are getting into. Like, you will now eliminate people who don't want children in their life. Yeah, some people want children but then don't want more. Like, they are okay with someone who has a child but don't want more children. Most of the profile, they give you that option where they ask you if you want more children, so you will know there. So don't be embarrassed of your children. Yeah, I thought I should not leave this point out. So this is the end product of my makeup. How does it look? So I really love this foundation from KVD. Totally recommend. Now I'm going to go in with the I also bought this studio. I forgot to use it. I forgot to use this, but I used something else instead. I also bought this cosmetic studio fix. I want to just highlight just a little highlight, so that I can just complete my look. I'm not going to put lashes. So guys, this is my final look. What do you think about it? Like it? I love it. So those are the stuff I bought. I bought this one. This is a MAC, and then I bought the Fenty. I bought the eyeshadow, the foundation, and the concealer, and I was given mascara for free, and the contour, the eyeshadow thing. I've forgotten the name. Can't see it anymore. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Kindly consider my suggestions and also consider my advice. That is my advice and that is my story. I have tons of story from online dating, but I can't say it or tell it today because of time and also many other things, but I'll just tell you they are interesting things that you definitely laugh and pee on your pants. So anyway, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is a fun page where we do fun things. I don't take things very seriously in life, but I take the things I do in my life serious. So thank you guys for watching my videos, and do have a lovely time. And tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram as well. It is dope there as it is dope here. Have a lovely time. Cheers.